Welcome to this video. When we look and talk about stochastic calculus and stochastic differential equation, things are quite hazy and no clear specification is given and a lot of jargon is used. When we look at things in a simple way, you can see on your screen we have a simple ordinary differential equation. We will do something like that. When you look at ordinary stochastic differential equation, it would move, and this is one part of just the trajectory when you use one set of those disturbances which could be actually many. So this is a stochastic part of a differential equation. Now when you look at it, you have the normal part and you have a part that is a noise kind of a thing that would move into different way. Now many of these lines would ultimately give you a final value at any point where you will get a mean of various numbers. So you can say that the mean of this is probably the mean part. But if you want to really know the story, then the path could be up and down. So you can have those 90 percentile, 75 percentile values. So this is one way. Now there are many terms that might jump into here. And when you look at this part, the second part, which is a bit troublesome to solve, that is into a space of n into m matrices where you have m dimensions of white noise. They call this noise because this gets added to the default trajectory and creates something different. So our story starts with the second part, which is bxt generally, and et, where e is again this is the noise, this is the error, so be prepared to look at it in those terms. Now define what it is mean for x0 to solve 1, show 1 as solution, discuss uniqueness, asymptotic behavior, dependencies upon b. So when you look at this, you need to make sure that you can probably solve this. This does not divert, so it's a unique. Asymptotic behavior means it finally converts to some values. So when you will look at this, and in case m equal to n, f equal to m equal, a solution of this turns out to be a general equation where you would say that dx by dt is b of x of t plus b of x t dwt by dt. And finally, when you simplify this in a more simpler way, you get and this is the bracket that ends here. So this is your first term and your second term, b of x plus t into dwdt. Now the second part is that the volatility that you use here, it's varying as well. So any volatility that you can get that is multiplied with you is again a function of where you are to get to that disturbance. Now when you want to integrate any equation which has got things tricky, the first part should be easy. The second parts become tricky because you have got this dw. So you have to look at what stochastic integral mean to get at the solution. So once all this is accomplished, we can use SDE. The term means white noise, or rather some ensemble of smooth but highly oscillatory function. We'll look at that. So when we look at all of this, this was just a background of where we are moving, and when you want to look at this integration of both of them, you need to understand the Ito's formula where x0 is solved. So dx is equal to bxt plus dw, and it's a smooth function. We have stochastic differential equation. So then we would move ahead and we would try to solve that. Now when you make it more simpler, you say that dy by dt is ux dt. So offhand we guess that. So from here to our third equation, we can guess that dy is equal to mu1 dx, or dy is equal to mu1 b dt and mu1 dw. So according to the chain rule, this is wrong, but we can have dw as dt to the power 1 by 2. This was again a story and a question. If you remember, we use the volatility scaling. When we want to scale volatility for some time, we use the root of that, and those kind of things also gets into the way. So dy is equal to mu prime dx half mu double prime dx square and so on, and mu prime b dt and dw and so on, and the first letter becomes something like that. So dy is equal to mu b half mu prime dt into mu prime dw. The extra dt is not present in calculus. So according to Ito formula, the stochastic solution of a differential equation dy y dw, where y equal to t to the power 1 is e to the power wt minus t by 2, and what might not seem to be obvious is y hat prime t is equal to e to the power wt and so on. So this is the solution that you'll finally land into. Probably the expected value would be something different. We will move to another example where it says that PT denotes the random price of a stock at t greater than 0. The model assumes that dP by dt relative to the price according to one SDE that says that dP by P is mu dt and sigma dW. We take a mu greater than 0 and sigma, which is drift and volatility, and once we study it, we can check the solution is P naught e to the power sigma omega t mu minus sigma square by 2 and dt or something like that. So not going much into the derivation here, but we can probably go if you would like to, but this is where we would finally land ourselves, that when you store this stochastic equation, you get P naught into sigma wt plus this, and this wt, we'll delve more into this, but the sigma of this wt gets it's affecting the mu, and this is something interesting. Rather, looking from the back side, you will see that the sigma would affect your value, which is ultimately used to stick at P. So this is how we would probably solve this. I'll move more into this one, and I'll get you some more interesting things here.